Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Okay, welcome everybody. Let's start with roll call from this side.
Lynn Hurston James here. Megan Levine. Ann Markoulis.
Angela Ramo.
Maria Venuto.
Leah Leone.
Maureen Jimenez.
Okay, we are all here tonight, except for our student rep is not here.
She actually emailed me
Okay.
because of a conflict with sports and school. She would not be able to make it tonight.
Understandable. Okay, thanks, Maria. All right, so we have minutes. We have two sets of minutes to go through. Let's go the August 23rd minutes. Can I get a motion on those? Angela and Megan, any comments on those? All in favor of approving those minutes? I was not there, I think, on the 23rd, so I'm abstaining. Thank you, Angela. Okay, so, and Lynn wasn't there, and Ann wasn't there, so Megan, Angela. Maybe I was there. It was the one before. There was an August meeting miss. All right, I'm sorry. I'm not abstaining, that's 4. All right, sorry, it's too much going on. Okay, so September 6th, can I get a motion on those? Megan and Ann, any comments on those? All in favor of approving the minutes from September 6th?
I'm abstaining.
Angela's abstaining, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 abstention.
Correct. For the first ones, it's myself,
3 are abstaining.
Ann Markoulis,
And
Lynn, right?
Meg,
No, Megan.
and Angela.
Next month will be so much easier. All here, the next
Oh
meeting.
my gosh.
Did you get
Okay.
the 3 names? Okay, sorry about
All right, so committee reports. We have audit committee. I don't know if there's any information on that.
I think the update, I know Victoria's not here tonight, but the update would be that they're still continuing to finish the work they're doing, and then they'll be in touch with whenever the next meeting needs to be held.
Okay, thanks, Megan.
You'll probably have a meeting right before the next board meeting.
Exactly, I think so.
Okay. Great. Policy committee?
We are having our
I
first
see.
meeting October 3rd.
Okay.
Stop me if I'm wrong. That's next Tuesday, or 2 Tuesdays.
Okay.
October 3rd.
All right, great. Facilities report. I know Victoria's not here, so I don't know if there's any. Okay, it's not
The only thing I can tell you is that we are in constant conversations. Victor and Victoria meet with our construction crew on the different projects. Just a reminder that there are projects happening with our district maintenance staff. There are projects in regard to the energy performance contract, and then the bond, as well as the stimulus monies that were used for extensions. I thank the teachers and the building administrators, all staff, and community, as we've gone through. This is, I think, the 3rd week of school, and I know that parking has not been what it usually is. Also, traffic flow in the different buildings that are having construction, and one that is only affected because it's right next to a building that's dealing with construction. So I thank all staff and parents for understanding and adhering to traffic direction and traffic flow in an appropriate manner, so that for the safety of all involved.
Want to just jump right into the superintendent's report now? Okay. Thank you, Maria.
All right, so I'm going to start because I know two gentlemen are here today, and I want to really spotlight what has happened. In our last board meeting, the board approved a donation for benches that will go into the schools. And it is coming from a place that I grow more and more astounded by the love and commitment that the community has to our schools. And so tonight, we have Frank Venturino and Bob Marino here. They are here to present the check for $3,500. That money was raised because they are the official alumni group, and they did have an event this past summer. I want to also thank, he's here in the audience, Alan Hudson, because he meets with the alumni when they come for events each year, and has given them just kind of a stroll down memory lane by really giving a tour, I believe, of the high school. So thank you, Alan, for volunteering each year. And I know that there are people from the 70s. I don't think you got anybody from the 60s, do you? Okay, but the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and they do come and they do enjoy reminiscing about their days, but also participating in fundraisers that now have become a way to give to future generations. So we thank you for your contribution, and thank you for your time in all you do. Oh, you were walking fine. Okay. Thank you so much.
Quite welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you,
a labor of love.
It was our pleasure.
Why don't you say a couple words? So. No, at the microphone. At the microphone.
So we can hear you, the people in the audience, or TV.
Okay, so just real quick, without going into a lot of detail, because I could go, I could be here an hour, but I won't, promise you. So we had a 50-year high school reunion, and it started off with the class of 73, who it was their actually 50th year. And to condense a long story short, 74 ended joining up with them, and then we brought on 72 and 71. It was a bigger success than we could ever imagine it would have been, because we were a sellout. We were a sellout in May, and I worked on 5 reunion committees for my class, and I've never seen that happen before. So with that, because of the volume that we did have, courtesy of the mansion, for providing a great venue, good time was had by all. You could tell that the spirit of Glen Cove High School, even 50 years later, is alive and well. I can tell you that right now. Our own Mayor Pam Panzenbach, class 71 was there, and like I said, we had a full house. A good time was had by all. A lot of memories were made, shared, new friendships forged, the whole 9 yards. And then I just want to mention Principal Hudson gave us a fantastic, memorable tour of Glen Cove High School. And some parts have changed, some parts haven't.
Your next tour may have some other parts changed, we do have to say.
Yeah, well, we as alumni, I loved coming here, and I really didn't expect a lot to come, but I think we had like 50 that came here, easily 50, when they were lined up outside, and and a lot of them said that was one of the highlights of the reunion weekend. And they came from near and far. We had people. I had a gal come from Hawaii to be here, and in California and Florida and all over the U.S. and even England, and so. Total attendance was 226. 226, and like I said, and we had a waiting list. We had people, and we still, believe it or not, we sold our last ticket because it was cancellations, unfortunately, but the last ticket was sold right here at the high school during a tour. All right, so I don't want to be long-winded here, so. But so, look, and we're happy to do this for the community. It's going for a great cause, and, you know, it was our pleasure to get this to you, and I'll end there, and thank you all very much.
again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I know our children will enjoy reading or just talking to their friends, but those buddies benches will come in very handy. Thank you. Okay. So next topic, I do want to share that we had an incident on the field just about a little over a week ago, and as happens after any incident, we debriefed on what occurred, and I want to say that even today, I met with EMS, fire department, and the police department. I had Charlie Picola from EMS, Chris Ortiz from our police department, Chief Winton was out of town, and Robert Restowick, I hope I said that right, from the fire department. And we just wanted to review our safety procedures, what we found, and share some of the issues that we face on all our campuses in Glen Cove. And so as a result, we learned that when we call 911, if we are using a cell phone, even if you have bad reception, it will go through. It overrides any carrier, any issue, and so you will always get someone on the other end. That's a huge step, a huge bit of information. Additionally, it was thought that we would lose time in the past by calling 911 because it goes to Nassau, and then it would come to redirected to Glen Cove. What I did find out is both Nassau and Glen Cove are made aware, but also the EMS and fire department all at once. And so it helps to know, because although the board, and I want to thank the board for this, had already in the summer approved a consultant coming in to enhance our Wi-Fi and our cell use, I'm going with the little words, across the district, and specifically at the high school. We also have an alternative that will allow us to call 911 in situations without wondering if we have to run to a landline or if we get reception. So that's good to know. We will continue to try to enhance our cell service, our Wi-Fi ability across campus. But they were also very good at giving us some safety concerns. So as a result, at this point in time, we will continue to have the back gate closed during the school day as well as after school. At this point, we have a security guard with a radio at the back gate, and so they will be made aware immediately. But please note that all three departments have indicated that a gate will never stop them from going to where they need to go. And even if the gate was open this past incident, they would have had to cross fields to get to the student in need. So I talked to them about how they think we could continue to make our campuses, not just the high school, safe. They have suggested that we keep the back gate closed, that we use the front entrance for in and out, and to put out to the community that if you are not on campus for a particular purpose, that cutting through or just riding through is not appropriate. It is the safety of our students, both traffic-wise as well as security issues in regard to coming into a building. I have to say the community's been great about that. Years ago, we had visitors coming in. Now we know that during the school day, it's by appointment only. And so we continue to work with the Glen Cove Police, with EMS and the fire department to ensure our procedures are as best as possible. Now, they did indicate that they didn't mind meeting with me. We met this morning, and we're going to have regular routine conversations so that we are current on whatever changes happen in any one of those departments so that we can make any changes in our procedures. I really appreciated the time they gave me, both on the phone prior to that meeting, but actually coming and going through each of the procedures put in place. We are looking into other safety options that were brought up, and as I get more information on how to attain those safety options, I will keep the board and the community informed. That being said, I've also gone to classrooms across the district, and it has been wonderful seeing students back in the swing of what we call school. And actually, one little girl told me that I was showing them a math trick, and they said, "Wow, you're really good. You should be a teacher." And I said, those were the days, weren't they? But actually, it was great to see the enthusiasm in classrooms across the district, and I thank all our staff, our teachers, our teacher assistants, our monitors, our clerical people that help to continue to move this district forward day after day. Our administrative staff has been wonderful communicating with each other and really enhancing what Mr. Venturino and Mr. Marino were talking about, the love of our district and coming together. So I look forward to Spirit Week. I look forward to a number of events that are really coming together as a district and not just a building. So I'd love to see that. And thank you to the PTA as you work with our building principals and our teachers to make this a more enjoyable school year and for years to come in the impact that we make. So that's tonight's superintendent's report.
Thank you, Dr. Rihanna. Okay, so we don't have a student board member report, so we'll open it up for public participation on any agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, you can speak for 3 minutes at the podium. Just come on up and sign in with Ida there, and
Janet Blatt, McGrady Street, Glen Cove. I have a question following up on the back gate and the security person. If an EMS vehicle, a police vehicle shows up, the security guard doesn't have to wait, I assume, or it's automatically opened for them if they show up at that gate?
Okay, so as far as EMS has indicated to me as late as this morning, when you call 911, the actual address is the Dosaris Lane, but as it happened even last week, sometimes they may be more, the driver may be aware of where the incident is happening and may want to come in through the back to get there sooner, but the back gate will be opened by that security person as soon as 911 is called. They will be contacted by radio, and that back gate will be open.
Because sometimes the van is, or police car that's directed to the high school for whatever reason, is closer. The one that's coming is closer to use the Walnut Road entranceway rather than going around to the Thesaurus, so that they would show up there even if where they were needed was at the front door of the high school or at Thayer House or the other building. So that it just seems to me that to make sure that there's absolutely no delay at all, because if something urgent, if it's a matter of life and death, seconds matter. So that having those vehicles allowed right in seems to me to be something that's critically important. If something were to go wrong with the communication and the security guard didn't hear, and then they show up and he's or she is waiting, that is a delay that really shouldn't be acceptable. So.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have comments or questions? Okay, I guess we'll, oh, okay.
Hi, Denise O'Connor, 35 Frost Pond Road. We spoke about the back entrance a couple of weeks ago. When you met with the police and all that other stuff, did you discuss putting some sort of stop sign or something on the DeSource Avenue side?
Just finish your questions and then I'll answer.
So I
Is
just
that
want to know, did you discuss the front part of, you know, the safety aspect that I brought up too? Forget the students and EMS getting in and out, because, I mean, in the 30 whatever years I've been here, the EMS hasn't been called very frequently to the school, thank goodness, for an emergency for one of our students. But I leave that high school 5 days a week, okay? Leaving out the DeSource Way side, the DeSource Lane side, I have to make a left to get home, as do the majority of people leaving the high school. And there is not one stop sign on the entire length of DeSource Lane from Forest Avenue to Laddingtown Road, okay? If I leave the back, I have 4 stop signs, and I can make a safe right. And I don't have to worry about getting clipped coming out of the front entrance, okay? So it's a safety hazard leaving every day when I'm there, okay? So that's the biggest thing for me, okay? You guys close, and then, you know, safety for who? Safety for the students. You closed off the egress down Inwood and Timber, so now they really have to walk around. So when I was in high school, I used to do junior honor society and tutor at the middle school. So you used to walk down there, walk through where there's not a lot of traffic, go to the back of the middle school and walk through. Now you're forcing them to go on Walnut Road or DeSource to walk all the way down. How many kids live in that little development there? They now have to walk all the way down Walnut or DeSource where the traffic is to come back into their house. And for what purpose? Because I asked for 1.5 years to have the hole in the gate that goes into somebody's private backyard to be closed. So I don't want to hear safety of the students. 1.5 years. There was a gate from somebody's backyard right past that easement to Timber and Inwood. 1.5 years. I asked for that to be closed. You want to talk safety? There's no cell service. So I dropped my daughter off on a Saturday for practice. It's raining. Every door is locked to the high school. Has no idea how to get in. So now she's walking around, knocking on doors. Those outside doors to the gym don't even have a window. Somebody's inside. They're opening the door to somebody, they have no idea who's on the other side. So who are you keeping safe? My daughter now is wandering the school in the rain, no cell reception, and all the doors are locked. So who's she calling when there's a problem?
Okay. So in regard to the stop sign, it's a county road, not a Glen Cove road, so we are getting in touch with the county about
Who's we?
this.
You or the police department?
We don't engage in back and forth. If you could just let her answer your questions, and you can come back up if you want. You could sit down and listen to her answer.
So we is the school district, okay? In regard to doors, according to the reviews that were done when Homeland Security were here, as well as in my conversation as late as this morning. They prefer one door open for entrances and exits. We're even talking about students who come in after the school day for a later practice should be coming in through the front of the building, so that we minimize exactly what you said. We don't want students or anyone opening a door where you don't see who's on the other side. And so I will be meeting with the athletic director, as well as the high school principal again, our security, to ensure that procedures are put in place for that. We even talked about parents picking up their students from an activity, whether it's sports or a play or a club that they're in, coming in and out from one door, the front of the building. And so we will be reviewing, based on my conversations with EMS, with the police, Glen Cove Police, with Fire Department, as well as Homeland Security. They weren't at the meeting, make it clear, about procedures that could enhance our security measures.
And there's security only here when students are here?
I'm sorry?
Or is the security officers only here when students are here? Like, there's nobody here right now, right?
Right now, there is no security here.
Okay.
Can I just make one more comment to the general public? We have taken a lot of steps to secure this building and other campuses, all our campuses, over the last 10 years. That doesn't mean that we stop, because we increase the number of cameras we have, we built our man traps, we are changing the locks, we are trying to look at whatever is possible to continue to enhance our safety measures. And with that, we're not going to stop doing that, because unfortunately, we don't live in a world where we did maybe 20 or 30 years ago, or even further back, where safety was not as big a concern. So I appreciate any input parents have, and we will continue to look at how we could enhance the safety options within our schools.
Does anybody else have questions? Okay, we'll move on then to the instructional report.
Based on the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, I ask the Board of Education to approve Agenda Item 7 on the instructional report: A, Committee on Special Education; B, Committee on Preschool Special Education; and C, Adoption of District Goals.
Can I get a motion? Maureen and Angela, any questions? All in favor? Okay, that's 7. Okay, thank you, Ms. Doshner. So we're going to move on to business affairs. Maria, are you doing that?
Okay, I'm going to do that one.
Okay, great, thank you.
Sorry.
No problem.
I asked the board to approve Section 8B, numbers 1 through 7.
Motion? Megan and Lynn? Questions? All in favor? Okay, that's 7.
So if I can,
Please.
thank you to Christina Santana from the Glen Cove School District. The board has officially recognized her donation of a cricket machine, and I have to tell you, I didn't know what a cricket machine was. But I have a number of coordinators and principals who use the cricket machine, and so we will have some really amazing decorated and labeled items at Daisy, and I'm sure other schools will find people to do it for them as well. But thank you, Ms. Santana, for your contribution.
Okay. Moving on to personnel.
Based on the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, I ask the Board of Education to approve Personnel 9A certified items 1 through 10.
Can I get a motion? Anne and Angela? Questions? All in favor? 7, okay.
Based on the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, I ask the Board of Education to approve Personnel 9B classified items 1 through 10.
Motion. Lynn and Megan? Any questions? Can I, all in favor? That's 7, okay.
So if I may, for that part that that was just approved, I just want to take a moment because part of that recommendation included 2 staff members who retired. So we just want to take a moment and recognize and honor their commitment and service to Glen Cove School District. Sergio Vidal from our custodial team at the middle school, and Mary Marone from our monitor team at Daisy School, who dedicated almost 40 years now to the Glen Cove City School District. So congratulations to both staff members.
Thank you, Andrew. Congratulations to them both. I remember Mary Maroney very well. Okay, so now we're moving on to unfinished business. So we need to vote on our NYSBA, it's New York State School Board Association Area 11 Director, which is our area. I forwarded the board some resumes and statements from the 3 candidates. So I hope you had a chance to look them over. So what we have to do is we have to vote, it's 1 vote for our entire board. So I was going to nominate, and if you guys want to nominate, feel free, but if somebody wants to second who I nominate, feel free. I'd like to nominate Charmise Desiree as to be our representative. Can I get a second on that? Okay, Angela, all in favor of Charmise? Okay, is that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Lynn. Okay, just checking. Okay, so 7, so we're unanimously supporting Ms. Desiree to be our representative. Thank you. So new business, I'm not aware of any. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about or share? Board comments? Nope, we're very quiet tonight, okay. So we have one last public participation. This is for anything, doesn't have to be an agenda item, as long as it's not personal or specific student related. You can come up, ask a question or make a comment. Going. Uh-oh, we have a comment.
The other day was our open house for Daisy, and last week was Landing, or Gribbon and Connolly also. So it was nice to see the teachers and the new administrators and see everyone back. And it was a nice welcome to the school year. So I hope everyone who was able to attend had fun and liked meeting their new teachers.
I just thought of a couple of things. On the 28th of September, we have the Kiwanis wheelchair fundraiser being hosted at the high school. So community members can come out and be a part of that. That would be great. And our homecoming is September 29th, which is a Friday night. And they'll be playing at, if I'm not mistaken, Center Island, right, in Bayville. So please come out and support our kids. So it's fun.
Anybody else feel no? Okay. Any comments or questions? No? Okay. Oh, you want to come to the podium, please, Pete? And sign in.
The what?
Pete LaRocca, 29 Poplar. Real quick question. On the homecoming, since we're moving venues, has there been any way of outreaching to the general community so that people that would normally come and attend here know that it's not going to be here? Or do we need to make an effort on that now between now and the 29th to do so? Because I didn't see it on the website yet for the district.
Yeah, it will be posted on the website as a reminder. It'll be one of those pop-ups that come up, so that as soon as you go to the website, it'll come up as a reminder. We will be, well, our students are actually letting everyone know as well, but we'll do our best to put it on Parents Squared and on our social media. As a member of the Booster Club, oh, I'm sorry, aren't you president of the Booster Club? I hope you can help us get the word out.
I can assure you we're doing that. But also, will there be any transportation for the students from the school to Center Island, or are they to find their own way?
No, there will be transportation to Center Island from the school.
Okay, and are permission slips required for that?
That's going to go through the athletic department, and
Okay.
The coaches will be speaking with the students.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Okay, I think we'll call it a night. I want to thank Glen Cove TV for recording and streaming our meeting, and good night, everybody. Oh, sorry, I'm ready to go. All right, Maureen, Leah, all in favor. Lynn, wanna go home? Okay, 7, all right, thank you.